guess it's our time to start. I guess that's what that means.
That's what it means.
When the clock hits 0. What's going on? Happy Friday. It's the beginning of the weekend, and we are here to get your weekend started the absolute right way. I am the franchise Jay Claxton. This lovely lady next to me is Dr. Cassandra Vaughn. This is the Love and Business on Lock podcast, and we're here to make sure your Friday is good and give you some food. As we're here, we come to give you some food, and we come to get some food as well. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully you are mentally starving for some mental food, because that's what we're here. We're here to give you the mental food. You know what I'm saying? And please make sure that you go on Franchise Clothing. That's FRNCHS. No vowels.
I'm gonna charge you for promotions.
So you can grab a couple shirts or whatever. We got new hats coming in.
I'm gonna charge you.
New jean jackets. We moving.
I'm gonna charge you.
We're moving.
It's commercial.
All right.
I'm gonna charge you.
Okay, you want to charge yourself?
Oh well, I guess.
You want to charge yourself? How you feeling though? You good?
Yeah, I'm good.
So,
what?
It's crazy because I feel like I'm going to answer something for you.
Okay.
I know that you had a character building week, right? Mm-hmm. But you're built, and I know that you have became stronger because of the week you had, and you found out some things. No. And you, because you're here. You're right here in front of this camera. But that's not why I became stronger. No, I'm not saying. I'm saying that it's all part of it. I'm not saying that anything that we go through helps to build us and make it stronger. And you know what I'm saying? Regardless of if you feel like you ain't make it through, you're sitting right here. You got the lip wet on. You know what I'm saying? You see you in good spirits. We good.
I don't feel like that's. Let's bring out.
You don't feel like that's right?
You got the good lip wet on. I do, but we're gonna bring our guest in, and then we're gonna unpack what you just said.
I ain't even gonna lie, y'all. See, her lips glistening. She got the good. You know what I mean?
We're gonna unpack what you just said.
Right. What is we used to put on the ties?
I will smack you if you say I put it on my lips. What are you talking about?
The stuff we put on the ties.
I don't know, because I don't put anything on ties.
Well, when you got the car wash, you put it on there.
I didn't put it on there.
Black magic.
My daddy told me not to wash the car.
Not you. Right. When you got the car wash.
They did it. I didn't do it.
That's what was on the tires.
I don't know.
What you got on your lips now.
Oh my God.
Where do you Black magic, tire wet.
Black
magic. Good lip wet. I'm sorry.
Can you
and I promise you I ain't have a cocktail today.
I can't tell.
I did. I just came
from the gym. Can you introduce our guest, man?
Just came from the gym.
Okay.
You want to feel my chest? A little bit? Huh? You want?
I'm
sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. Listen.
Pastor and First Lady.
I didn't curse. I didn't say a bad word. AD and Cynthia, I didn't say a bad word. I didn't say nothing. I might have been talking crazy, but I didn't say anything.
But what I will tell you to do is to clean it up and say, honey, you look beautiful.
I did, but hold on. I did say that earlier. I was like, you look beautiful.
No, earlier.
No, I'm talking about in the beginning of the show.
No, you didn't say that. You
look beautiful.
Hey, we not sleeping on the couch tonight, man.
Listen, I've had some of my best sleeps on the couch. My best, you know what I mean? My best rest on the couch.
Don't get punched, dude.
No, but it's true. You know that.
That's when when we've been together as long as we've all been. This is how you act when you've been together with.
Some of my best rest has been on the couch.
Let's just say this, okay? I wanted to unpack what you said before we brought him in.
Okay.
But you kind of just messed it up. You should have followed the lead of Cynthia when she said, just say, honey, you look.
And I did say that.
Yeah, but no, you didn't follow her lead.
You said it earlier.
Yeah, earlier. That's what you said.
And then I said, you look beautiful.
Okay, anyway.
I didn't say it.
So you're right. I did have a character building week. Very, very much so. Last 2 weeks.
Actually. We don't have bad days. We don't have bad weeks.
Are you going to let me unpack this or are you going to just talk?
I'm going to go and cut my cigar.
Y'all ain't changed a bit. changed a bit.
Listen.
I see the gray on Jay right there. But
Man, because
Absolutely.
I gotta cut it. I gotta cut it, Dwayne. I ain't had a
I
chance
love
to get
it.
to the barber.
He
And I
hates
talked
it.
to my
I love
barber
it.
today too.
Stop, listen. So let's unpack it. So I did have a character building week, and I actually kind of shared part of it with Dwayne when we were setting up. But it didn't make me stronger, right?
Okay.
What made me stronger was your support.
Wow,
That's what made me stronger.
good. That's good.
And like I want to be like really, really, really clear, because everybody looks at me and they're like, oh, you're so strong, you built, you got this, you do this, this, that, and the third. And you get to see the person, you get to see the other side.
Yeah.
And the other side, like, honestly, it was our conversation yesterday morning that really kind of just went like, boom, okay, you got to do this. You got to get it together, and you got to figure it out. That's what made me stronger.
Okay. No, so I am. That's what I'm here for.
Yeah.
It's funny. I really had this conversation a lot about value, and it really has to be not that you want anything from anybody, but it has to be some kind of value associated with relationships. Friends, family, significant other, husband, wife, even in business, jobs, whatever, it just, if there's no value, then like really, what are we doing it for? I mean, we're not kids anymore. We still young. We're young and beautiful and great. We are but I'm just saying that we have left some of that stuff behind.
Yeah, you're right.
That's all. Where you just hanging out and just being with people just because we kind of left that behind.
It's funny. Somebody asked me, did we hang out? I was like, man, if Jay ain't playing, Jay ain't hanging nowhere.
You know what I mean? Like
no.
And really,
differently now. We hang out differently. We don't do the things we used to do, but we still hang out. We might be sitting in front of a TV on a Friday night, but we still hanging out. We might have been doing something else a few years back, but
we're not hanging out all night. No,
right?
We're not hanging out all night at all.
right.
So we've all had a week that was different. I want to say this in starting off the show, and we normally don't do this, but it kind of hit different, especially when we're all from radio and TV, radio health, and so we all have been impacted by DMX and everything that he did for the culture. Right. Pastor and First Lady Johnson. Often we hear
Dwayne and Cynthia. Come on.
I try to give you your respect. My daddy told me I gotta respect you now. But we all as Christians, we often hear people say, rest in peace, rest in heaven, and it's kind of cliche-ish when they say it. But I will say that for the first time, me saying rest in peace for DMX's spirit and rest in peace for everything that this man went through. But despite what he went through, he was still able to affect the culture in a way that, and people don't get it. Like, as pastor, first lady, radio host, on-air personality, like as public figures, people don't understand that we break down, we have mental challenges, we have health challenges, we have real life. And I just want to say, I am happy because I believe that his soul is finally resting.
Right.
Yes. We wrestle with so many demons. That's the one thing. People see our public gift, but they don't know about our private demons that we all have, that we all struggle with. And that was one of the things back in the day at 92Q, when Dion brought me on and I was around you guys and got a chance to connect with everybody. I tried my best not to make a fool of myself because I don't care how gifted we are. we have some issues. I have issues. You have issues. We all have issues. And so, you know, I used to play his prayer. I used to love to play his prayer every time I would come on, because he just connected. I don't care if it was the streets. I don't care where it was. DMX, he was a preacher, but he was a rapper. You know, everybody's got two sides. The good side and the bad side. And, you know, that's the one thing about marriage. For better, for worse, for richer, for poor, sickness and health, till death do us part. She makes me look good. She has made me a better man from the time I've met her. And that's the one thing I love about my wife. She made me a better person. Everywhere where I'm weak, she was strong, and I've been able to help her at some place. A little bit.
We that's the same way. That's really the same way for us. I mean, that's how we even connected, was because transparency is key, and accountability is key, and I'm transparent enough and accountable to myself where I'm like, I am weak in some places, and I need some help. You know, I need some help, and that's how we originally started. And again, it's the same thing. Is it easy? No. I mean, it is a work in progress. You know what I mean? But that's with everything. I mean, when you really think about, when I just left the gym, I was telling the guys, I'm like, you know, unfortunately, the phone only shows you the wins from everybody. You understand what I'm saying? So a lot of times you look at social media and look like Dwayne and Cynthia ball, and they just the greatest life in the world. And you know what I mean? They got the cars and the house and the kids and the clothes and just everything.
Yeah.
No.
Bring it, Jay. Bring it, Jay.
You don't know that. You don't know the process that he went. This was a long process. This was before I met you at Radio 1. This was all the process.
Right.
And the reality is, folk only show you the good side.
Right.
They don't want to show you themselves laid up in a corner high.
But that's what I'm saying. That's the bad part about social. You know what I mean? Because you know, you guys, because you preach the word and you deliver the word and you try and you helping people, you let people know exactly what you guys have been through, what you've seen people go through, and then you know where they end up. Nobody, like you said, Cynthia, social media doesn't tell that. They only tell, I got the house and the car.
Right.
I don't know what you went through to get it, because that was a process some kind of way.
And not only to get it, but to maintain it too.
Right. Exactly.
It's work to maintain it too. So my husband often calls it fake book, not Facebook, but he calls it fake book because, you know, everybody want to put their best foot forward. Nobody wants to tell, you know, the truth about, look, I struggle just like you. I got problems just like you. My bills are coming in just like yours. You know, I got a stomach ache today just like you. And so we always try to put our best foot forward in front of everybody else. It's almost like living a lie. And that is a bad part because folk need to see the truth. And we're here to tell you the truth now. We struggle just like everybody else. We argue just like everybody else. We have problems and we fuss, and you know, we got the same issues as everybody else. But the difference I'll say that we have in our relationship is that we're friends, and we respect our friendship. We know the bounds of our friendship.
We talk about this so much.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you know the other piece is God. You know, the biggest piece is God. We respect God enough to respect each other. So again, we got the same problems, but God helps us endure. He helps us to handle the problems, the same problems that everybody else has. He might help us to handle them a little bit differently because he's within our relationship.
And then let me take that one step further as to what you said. Not only do you guys have the same problems, but you also have the weight of everybody else's problems from your church. And, you know, I know this firsthand, you know, growing up with my dad and, you know, just watching. And I commend, Cynthia, I commend you. I commend you because I know and I've lived through the struggles of watching my dad come home and he had nothing else to give.
Nothing to give. Empty.
Nothing to give. And I watched as we as a family would have to pour around him to try to give him encouragement. So when I say I commend you, it is, people just don't understand, especially when you have a husband that is a servant and not worried about being a celebrity. Exactly. They don't get it.
Right.
See, but you are still dealing with the same thing, because Jay is, come on now, the franchise Jay Claxton. I mean, this man has a following. You know, this is one of the things that I learned after, the money was getting ridiculous. The ratings were going crazy at 92Q, and I could not handle the success. I want to be honest. I could not handle the success. I thank God I stepped away and started the church, because I was on my way to hell. Because major success, people don't understand that the weight of it. They don't understand that when you host an event, how many gold diggers are standing on the side waiting for you, and they know you married,
right?
And they know that they don't,
and the strength it takes to walk away.
They don't understand the money and this pulling you and that pulling you, and the ratings and people having the private conversations in your ears, and people offering you trips and stuff like that, and how the politics. I run away from politics. I run away from the spotlight, and I love my family. To me, success for me is raising. My son is getting ready to go away to college. Our son is getting ready to go away to college. Our daughter's 10 years old, and giving them a normal life, because we've seen it down through the years that you can be balling in the public eye,
but at home, oh my goodness, talking about two different lifestyles at home.
I am living proof of that. And while Cassandra and Dwayne were talking kind of like off camera before we went on, I said, hey, I signed some papers today.
Right.
And going back to what you said about the success, I didn't, and I had a great conversation with my ex-wife, right? Great conversation today. We took care of some things, because it's always full disclosure. We took care of some things that legally that we needed to take care of.
Right.
We had a real conversation, and what I said was, I'm accountable for. I was wilding. I'm the guy. I'm driving a $90,000 car. Money is not an issue. I'm making $12,000 cash a week.
Right.
A week. I got my show, my hour that I'm on with Cole is through the roof. I'm at 5 clubs. I'm the promoter at 3 of them. I got the bar at 1 of them. It was I was out of control. And the problem, and that's what we talk about, the value, and kind of why I'm really selective now, and she helped me be really selective, because at no point that the people around me said, boy, you need to chill. You know what I'm saying? Boy, you might need to chill out. You might not need to go to Chevy Chase in the Gucci, or I was on consignment at Gucci Chevy Chase.
Yes, sir.
They called me, Jay, we got new shoes, new purses in, we got your card, we'll send it. You send it back and we'll swipe it whenever you want to swipe it. That's how I had a party in that store. I was spending that much money, and I don't have nothing to show for that.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? I got lessons though, you know what I'm saying? Which was key. Yeah. Which was key. So I do understand, but that's about the value as well. Like, nobody just said, you know what, maybe you need to chill.
Right.
Maybe you need to go home. Maybe you don't need to go down there and spend that money. You know what I'm saying? Nobody said that. Right. Because and most of those people that were around during that time, I don't even talk to.
man. Tell the truth. Tell the truth.
99.9 of them I do not talk to. I was the value in that relationship. You know what I mean? I made sure everybody ate. I made sure everybody met the stars. They was celebrities because they was with me.
Man, you about to make me cry, right?
They got more women. They got more women than me because they was with me and they out there. They can mingle, mix. They at the bar. It was what it was, and that's not. I gotta have somebody gotta tell me, boy, you making a mistake, or you should do this, or at least give me some food.
But you know what? That's what Cassandra is to you.
Yes.
She stabilizes you.
Right.
One of the things that blew me away when I walked away from radio, I bawled when I walked away. But the phone would ring nonstop every day. My phone would go crazy. After I left radio, a lot of folks disappeared.
Oh yeah.
And I thank God for that revelation that everybody that said they love you really don't love you. Our home, we try to keep our home life private. We try to call this place our palace. This is our getaway, that we can get home, our safe haven, where we can be us. No mask, no entourage, no important stuff like that, where we can just. And I thank God that you found that in Cassandra, and I found that in Cynthia. And a lot of people still don't like me or still don't like my wife, and I'm the nicest person in the world. But people have their agendas, and when they can't agendas, and when you start saying no, and when you stop saying I'm not loaning you money anymore, when I'm not putting you on, you really get to find out who your real friends are. And that's why everybody needs somebody that I think is different from them. Because my wife, she loved me, but this was my girlfriend from Woodlawn. This is my girlfriend from high school.
Right.
And she knew me before anything jumped off or whatever. And, I thank God you need people in your life who love you for you. Right. You need a wife, you need a husband that loves you for you. And I wish DMX had more people around him who loved him for him. There's some preacher friends that I had that I tried my best to say, look, stop running with them. You don't need that. But they wouldn't listen, and they had to do their own thing,
I mean, and that's all. You can't, you're not even gonna rub it in their face. That's not what we do. That's not what we do. But it's almost like, listen, I'm not. You've been through it, so you try to give some folks just a little learning curve, like, look, I got you. I'm trying to give you some of the answer to this, you know what I mean? So that certain mistakes you don't get wrong on, certain things you don't get wrong on this test.
Right.
And I had a friend of mine, we had somebody that from that era that passed away. So I seen some of those folks at the funeral, and I had a conversation with a friend of mine. And when this person said he wasn't with a significant other anymore, I said, I saw it though. I saw it when, boy, you need to chill. You need to chill. Like you running, like you need to chill, man. I'm good.
Right.
Okay. I said, man, take it from me. I'm in the dictionary of what not to do. What a word like.
All of us are.
You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you not to. And I hopefully there was he learned the lesson, and that was a lesson learned, because
that makes you authentic. That makes you that you can be honest about your flaws and honest that I've been there, I've done that, I've got the t-shirt, and you can help. I'm a teacher. I didn't know if y'all know this, but I've been teaching ever since the days back before 92Q. I've been teaching in the Baltimore City school system. This is my 25th year.
Oh, wow.
And, so I have a double life. And the one thing I love about it is being able to talk to kids who are wild and crazy and they see, oh, that's Bishop, that's Pastor, that's Mr. J. And I say, man, you don't understand. I know the lifestyle that you're living, and I'm trying my best to just be a mentor, just be an example from you. Might not listen to me, but I'm not scared of you. I know where you've been from. I know what you're dealing with.
Right.
And, you know.
Right. And a lot of times I just want you to just take a second, at least take what I'm saying in. Whether you follow what I'm telling you, it's on you. But at least take in what I'm saying. You know, well, I kind of went through something similar. I told Cassandra maybe a week ago, just around my mom's way. Now it's in the back alley. They got a basketball goal a couple doors down. Now for the next 4 blocks, everybody is in my mother's alley, and it's stuff that they hadn't seen since I was a kid. You know what I mean? So now the kids are in there, and of course the language is different. And I'm hearing them talk, and I'm like, let me talk to y'all, man. What do you do well? Like, are you really trying to cultivate that? And I don't want you going to fight nobody in the neighborhood. People ain't fighting; they'll fight. You beat them up, then they're gonna shoot you. Like that's just kind of what it is now. And I was mad. I got in the car with Cassandra and was like, I'm a little pissed off. She like, why? I'm like, because they didn't take anything that I said. They didn't take it in at all. I could tell, that they didn't take it in. So,
your job is simply to plant the seed. You know, you plant the seed. What the Bible talks about: one man plants, another one waters, but God gives the increase. And so I can't tell you how many times over the years I said one thing, and you probably seen it yourself as well. You said one thing to somebody, and you didn't think they listened, but years down the road, you're like, oh, okay, yeah, they did this. Or how many times somebody say something to you, and you walked away thinking you knew everything. You walked away big and bad, and then the next thing you know, you're like, oh wait a minute, that does make sense. So don't think that they didn't listen. Somebody heard something that you said.
Right.
Somebody in that crowd, they heard something that you said. May not have responded the way that you wanted them to, but somebody heard something. So keep planting the seeds, because sooner or later the tree's gonna start growing.
And what was funny is they some kind of way found out who I am. Right, because they didn't know. They just see me coming to my mother's and park in the driveway and say something to them, and now it's a different level of respect. Like like it's been a different level of respect because they know who I am. Go ahead, DJ. I'm like, what you call me? Right now, they ain't call me my whole name. Go ahead, DJ. I said, what you talking about? You DJ. I said, well, how you know that? I seen you on YouTube. Right, it is. You know what I'm saying? It is out there for the world to see, but I just, they've 30, 35 years younger than me, so I didn't think that they would be.
And you still have that powerful platform. Right. That's one thing. Sometimes if I could go back and know what I know now, oh my God. Wow. If we could go back to those days and, oh my God, and change a few things, right. Just keep being you. You don't know how many people look up to you guys, and you don't know how much of an impact you have and how much people are watching, and they might not come on live, but they watch it on YouTube or somewhere else later on. They got you on the radar. And the one beautiful thing I found out is people don't want to, they want to feel the love. They want to feel the authentic, man, that person talked to me. That person was real with me. Right. That person shared their heart to me. And that's the place I'm in life right now, where I just try. One of my kids, we found out today at school, has COVID. The whole family has it. And, it was like, Mrs. Johnson, that's the reason I haven't been in school. And I began to talk with the mom, and I went back to my old days, and I just started praying for her right then and there. Right. And it was like, thank you so much. Things are tough. People are hurting right now. People are hurting. There are a lot of people that have been in a marriage and they're in a divorce right now, or they're separated because the pandemic has exposed everything now. You can't run. You can't go and hide and do what you used to do. You stuck in one place right now. And so a lot of people are hurting and just need somebody to love them. I have this thing. It's called Nurse People Back to Life. And if you only knew the stuff that we've been through, where we had to come back from death, basically, and revive our marriage, revive our family, or whatever, So.
Right. And you gotta love them enough, the young guys out there, you gotta love them enough to tell them the truth.
Right.
We have, like you talked about that earlier, we have so many people when you were out, back in the day when you were out there more, you had people, riding with you. But what they telling you the truth, like you said, you didn't have nobody to say, man, don't go spending all that money, or man, don't go run here. But if you love me, tell me the truth. But so that because I need the truth. And then once you tell somebody the truth, once you tell somebody no, see how they respond. That's who you know who's really in your corner. Tell them no one time and see how they respond. So I think those, the guys out there, I think, they respect that because you told them the truth. You didn't tell them what they wanted to hear. You didn't even, you may have gotten on their level, but you told them the truth,
Right. And a lot of times I want to respond, a response to that. I don't want to block my blessings.
Right.
By not giving you the food. Right. Now, granted, if you take, like you said, if they take it or not, but just let me give you a little bit, because I do feel like part of the reason why the younger generation is like they are now is because we did not take time to give them some of the tools and the food that they needed before. We were just worrying about us and worrying about ours and not worrying about, everybody else's. So I think that's part of it. But what I really wanted to ask you is, because you guys talked about something similar earlier, I wanted to really find out, talking to Cassandra about the week she had, and it's because she was always used to being behind the camera. Now she got to be in front. So when something is going on, when something's going on, regardless, she got pushed through and put on a happy face. You know what I'm saying? And I know that it's kind of just what I've always done. Like that was kind of like my comfort zone. My therapy was radio, was the club, was, DJing or whatever the case may be. But I can have a bad day. I just, and I don't say that anyway, because I like, you speak things into existence, so I don't say that. But I really can have a day where I'm like, yo, I don't want to be bothered. I don't want nobody to say anything to me. Something happened. Me and her may be going through something. I might have gotten into it with my kids or my parents or something in business, and I still have to put on the happy face, shake hands, give hugs, just like nothing is going on. How do you handle that?
That's a lot of weight.
Well,
how do you handle that?
One of the greatest things I've found is I'm dead tired on Mondays and Thursdays, because Sunday, church all weekend long, I'm exhausted by Monday. And Thursday, I'm exhausted. I don't know how I go in the school system and do what I do. Right. But one of the things you have to do is, my pastor told me this one time, Bishop James David Nelson Sr. He said, you are like the dumpster. People dump everything on you, but the dump even takes their stuff to the dump. So you gotta have
an incinerator or something, right? Go burn the trash up, something, right?
You gotta get it off of you, something. And so prayer helps. Again, being in your zone. Man, Sundays, I live for Sundays. Man, you put me in that box and let me play my music. I'm going to another zone. I forget there's thousands of people listening. I'm just letting loose. So everybody has to have a moment where they can get that stuff out of them. So you got to have a system to get it out, whether it's, you said you went to the gym to work out. That's a way to get that stuff off of you. We have a puppy now. So I walk the puppy around the neighborhood. And it's cathartic. You have to have some kind of way. I like, normally Friday night, we would be riding in the car or go get some food. I love that place, Nick's Fish House. I like I'm sorry, I'm plugging. Oh God. I like to go eat. And so we'll go and ride and do stuff. You gotta find a way to release and get that stuff out that is healthy for you.
Right.
And even in our house, like you said earlier, this is our safe spot. We have a bad day, we're dealing with somebody getting on our nerves, whoever that might be. We always say, you know what, they're not welcome in our house. And that's what we mean. That means literally we leave them outside and we don't talk about them. We don't bring them up. They're not welcome in our house. And so, I mean, of course, we, sometimes we got to talk about stuff, but at the same time, when I come home, I gotta decompress. I gotta relax. This is my safe spot. Out there in the world, I don't have a safe spot. This is it. And so you have to, set limits and boundaries on who's welcome into your sacred space. This is our sacred space, and everybody just simply is not welcome. Everything is not welcome here.
And also, people will suck the life out of you if you let them. And there's a thing, be careful. There's a scripture that says, touch no man suddenly. Mm-hmm. If you touch people, and we have the gift of touching people, when you touch people, you transfer whatever you have.
Right.
We gotta stay right there. I am so glad you said that, because that is the scripture that my dad raised me on. And so Jay would never understand why when people come to me, they would, and I wouldn't shake their hand. Or like, I don't hug people unless I want to hug you. And I always fuss at him, stop hugging people. Stop, and he would be like, well, why? And I'm like, because we transfer energy. And all energy isn't good energy. And I don't want those demons on me, because that demon can jump on me and then I'm responding in a negative way. And honestly, that's how I also run my social media. If I'm scrolling through, he'll say, don't delete the person. I'll be like, no, I'm deleting them, because I don't want to put my eyes on what they have posted, because for 2 seconds, that is now inside of me. I don't want it. Keep it. I don't want it. I mind the business that pays me. I don't want it.
Let's see now. It's a difference, because again, there's no off days. If I'm not speaking and I'm not naturally, I'm loving. I'm talking to everybody. Shaking hands. I'm kissing. I love people. I'm a people person anyway.
That's what makes you so successful.
And that's naturally me. That's not me putting on. That's naturally me.
But the thing that makes us successful is the same thing that can kill us. It's the same thing that killed DMX. His passion for what he did actually drove him in the ground. And we have to be careful to know our limits. And it's a double-edged sword, because you're in the business of ratings. You're in the business of playing to different crowds, and that's your paycheck. That's that's how you eat. So you have to connect with people, but you got to learn how to go and wash that stuff off and get it off of you.
And I'm not, and you know what? That's a great way to say it, because I'm not, I just, the day I don't really speak or halfway speak, or
I don't want you to not speak.
No, I'm just saying, just not shake hand. Now it's a little better, because now with COVID, we kind of elbowing each other anyway. You know what I'm saying? But it's the day I don't necessarily give you what you want.
That's
the day. Class, did you slick? Or that, you know what I mean, he changed, he stuck up, or and which is so far from the truth.
True.
Regardless of, you know, if I had $1 million in my pocket or I had $1 in my pocket, I'm still the same guy.
Right.
I'm gonna help you. I'm the same. I'm speak, and have people don't even know me. You wouldn't know that I didn't know them.
That's the truth.
You wouldn't know. Jay, what's up? Oh man, man, I ain't see you, boy. What's up? You know what I'm saying? How you doing, man? I ain't seen you good. And I really am concerned. I want you to be good. You know what I mean? I kind of have that gift to make you. I got a friend of ours that he say, man, you got a gift to make everybody feel like they super important.
Mm-hmm.
And I ain't even trying to do it. It's just kind of how I am. You know, my father's a personable guy. So it kind of just, you know, went down. But I can't afford to have a bad day.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
But you know what? I don't get. I'm not
You're not a machine. You're not a machine, Jay. And that's what the industry has made us to believe, that we are machines. You know, man, you're on my street for so many years. I always lived by I'm only as good as my last performance. I'm only as good as my last show. I'm only as good as my last sermon. And I had to come to a realization that if I bomb, the people that really love me are still going to love me.
Right.
At the end of the day, when you walk away from this, Cassandra loves you, whether you are playing for thousands of people, whether you riding in a Bentley or if you're on the bus stop. That girl still loves you. This girl still loves me. She loved me when my credit was jacked up. She loved me when I didn't have 2 nickels to rub together.
I think that's you know, one of the hard parts of being, you know, a celebrity or living, you know, a certain lifestyle is that you have to be strong enough so that the opinions of others don't matter. Right. You gotta be, you know, strong enough. Hey, I did my best. After that, it's nothing else I could do, because otherwise you'll be in a rat race and you'll get tired and you'll have the weight of the world. And before you know it, you know, you somewhere cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, because you carried so much trying to please everybody. And not saying that that's you, but that's your nature. You want everybody to feel good, but you want everybody to have a great experience with you. You want everybody to feel who you are. But again, like you said, 1 minute when I don't brush up on them right, I'm getting all this back, you know, talking like, no, you have to be the opinion of people. Yeah, you can't be concerned about everybody's opinion, because you will literally go crazy.
And you know what? It's never, I'm gonna be honest. It really, for me, it's never been about anybody's, you know, opinion. It's just that what I feel like will continue to. I feel like, and I tell her sometimes, like, yo, we built for it. Nothing that I'm gonna go through is gonna kill me. I'm fine. You know, there's a lesson in whatever it is, you know what I mean? And something that recently happened, you know, I told Cassandra and I told my parents, I was like, obviously I did not get the lesson, because it happened again. God put me through it again, because I missed it somewhere. And now I got some food out of it, but there was something that I did not do. It was a step I missed somewhere. Not anybody else's fault. It is mine. I am accountable.
That's deep. That's deep.
Even in that, I'm cool, and you know, now I gotta make sure I'm pinpoint where, you know, she's even been like, yo, I see a difference. I see you trying to do a little more. I'm not the, you know, we're posting and that sort of thing, because there was something, it was a step that I missed to put me back in the place that I was some years ago.
No. I gotta disagree with you.
No. Let me. I'm saying.
No, let me tell you why I have got to cut in and disagree with you, because I think, and I've said this to you before, sometimes I think that you beat yourself up more than God does.
Right.
And sometimes I think that what you don't realize is that it's not that you missed the step. You saw the step, but you had rose colored glasses on. You still had those sunglasses on. You didn't pull them down. And sometimes it's not that you miss something. Sometimes God is reiterating in our life why we can't do X, Y, and Z. And sometimes certain things happen because he wants us to stand stronger. Because see, you caught the lesson the first time, but your legs were a little weak. But then you kept going back to the gym and kept going back to the gym and kept going back to the gym. And now you're strong enough. So that's what it is. He takes you back when you don't get the full vision. You get what I'm saying?
And that's what I think. I feel like you're exactly correct. Something
you didn't miss it. It was there all the time. You never missed it. You didn't consume it. Let's say that. Okay. I won't say you missed it.
And you gotta go back to his gift again. Because you're a perfectionist at what you do, and you've always done it so well, you have a hard time of accepting anything that's not perfect.
Absolutely.
Because you know how to reach that pinnacle. You know how to reach that height. And a lot of people don't know that. People don't understand that. They don't get it. But your mind is wired a certain way where
I tell her that all the time, Dwayne. I'm like,
we process.
I'm at a gig. She's there, and kind of towards the end of the gig, I might be like, I gotta sharpen the sword. She like, yo, you was fine. You sound amazing. I didn't like it. You know what I'm saying? I didn't like it. You know what I mean? And regardless of what she say, I'm so critical of me. You know what I mean? Like, I gotta sharpen. I ain't right. This ain't right. I ain't do this right. Like, because I know what it is to be, like you said, when you in that box, you're in front of the congregation, you on the radio, and you in that zone when you just can't miss. You are giving this word, and it's so pinpoint. You ain't missed nothing. It's touching everybody. It's a energy. Like and if I'm not getting that energy, now I'm like, I messed up somewhere. I did something wrong. Like something. You know what I'm saying?
Can you give yourself permission to make a mistake?
Yes. Yeah. Yes. Yes. What are you talking about? I don't like it. I don't like it.
He doesn't. That's not true. He doesn't.
Sit there. I don't like it.
He doesn't.
I don't like it.
He does not give himself permission to make a mistake.
I make a bunch of them.
But you know what?
It's a difference in making them and giving yourself permission to make them.
Being okay that I made a mistake. Being okay with it.
But you know what? I'm having flashbacks as we're talking. Conversations that I had with Tony Boston. Conversations I had with Kay Swift. Conversations, I'm just going down the list, Reggie Reg, where we needed to slow down.
Right.
Slow down. We're going to be all right. Live for tomorrow. We don't always have to be pinpoint. Our pinpoint sometimes will drive us in the grave earlier than we need to go. Right. Sometimes I feel, I'm 50 years old. Sometimes I feel like I'm 70 because we've gone so hard.
You ain't 70, Dwayne. You don't feel like that.
You know what?
I ain't gonna let you say that.
Thank you.
I ain't gonna let you say that, bro.
I tell Jay all the time, because recently, especially relocating and everything, I watched him. I began to watch him, and I didn't like it. Burn himself out.
Don't know how to relax. Don't know how to relax.
And so one day I asked him. I was like, No. We did an interview, and Jay asked the person, "What is your purpose?" Right? And so the person answered. So now we're driving down to Georgia, and I turned to him. I said, "What's your
10 hours?"
Yeah, that 10 hours. And
a lot of conversation on 10-hour drive.
And I said, Jay, what's your why? And it wasn't until I asked him that that I realized why he burns himself out so much. He feels as though that he's supposed to make sure everybody is good. So after he answered, I waited maybe about 20 minutes. And I said, but who makes sure that you're good?
That's it. Yep. That's
Isn't
it.
that
That's
good?
a mouthful
Isn't that
right
good?
there.
Isn't that good?
Yep.
Isn't that good? But you listen, I get this man so much because he can't. I enjoy those times when I would see you, Cassandra, in the supermarket with baby girl. You know, after people don't recognize me like when at the pinnacle of being back in the day. I can go to the supermarket and I can walk through the supermarket and be normal. He can't walk through the supermarket and be normal. He can't go to the bank. You know, there's still times where I go to the bank and I just want to be Dwayne. And they're saying, God bless you, Bishop. God bless you, Pastor. Where I just want to be normal. Where I just want to go pick out my chicken wings. I cooked fried chicken wings today and string beans. Sometimes he has to be normal. And the only place he can be normal is on vacation when he's away or when he's at the house with you.
Right.
You know what? I forgot that Dwayne does cook because let me tell you something. I'm sorry. I know I'm digressing now, but I remember, I think it was this Thanksgiving, well, in November, I was in the supermarket and saw him. No, it was before last because Lauren's married now because Lauren wasn't married then. And he was telling me about this fried turkey. You were gonna fry turkey, and I kept saying, "I'm gonna fry turkey because Dwayne Johnson fried turkey." I never did it because you don't eat.
I mean,
you don't eat it. But
on Thanksgiving, if my grandmother,
I was like, I'm gonna fry that turkey because I remember that.
Turkey.
I'm sorry, I digress, but you're absolutely right. You know, it's funny because I remember we went in the store one day and Jay had the mask on. And the person was like, hey, Jay Claxton, blah, 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 blah. And so we get to the car. He was like, how did they know who I was? I was like, it's your eyes.
You know what I mean? It's that in the airport. It's you know what I mean? It's
that's a lot of pressure. That's a lot of pressure.
But I don't look at it as pressure. It's just kind of what it's always been. So I don't look at it.
But it wears you down over time.
For me, I'm gonna be honest. I really do. I tell people that I can't complain about what I prayed for. You know what I'm saying? I prayed for this, and it'd be a slap in the face to me complaining about the blessing. It's just kind of what it is. I mean, I'm just, and it doesn't. Be honest, it doesn't bother me. It's funny. My daughter now has this thing with her mom and her grandmother. They all got Fitbits, so they kind of doing you know what I'm saying? Because my daughter hadn't been swimming since COVID, so just to try to get her steps up or whatever the case may be. So if I take her to go and walk or whatever, I'm like, go ahead, talk some trash to your grandmother and your mother. Talk some trash. Tell them you apply pressure all the time. What do you mean apply pressure? I'm like, we apply pressure all the time.
Right.
Letting off the pressure. We on the gas all the time. Well, I don't understand what pressure has to do with it. This is my 9-year-old. I'm like, listen, we go. There's no, and I'm being so honest. Like I can't. I feel like I'm gonna look the part in the gym. It's just part of me. I'm not. I'm being honest, and maybe I could sound really shallow. I don't think so, but I'm just, because of what it is. It's just always been a part. I'm not giving you nothing. I ain't giving you nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just not giving you nothing. In the gym, my sneakers going to match, my compression pants, my shorts, my shirt, my hat, all of it's going to match. All of it's going to, that's just my thought process. That's how I'm programmed, because phones, cameras. Yeah, I mean, I don't
be looking at paparazzi.
So it doesn't, it doesn't bother me. And
that's who you are.
It may not be healthy. I don't know. But for me, it doesn't. It's just part of it. Why do you work so much? Because I like work. Like I like work. I like winning. Like that's what that's the driving force. You know what I'm saying? Is the win and to be able. I always felt like for the 2 or 3 guys that I consider family, that my blood doesn't run through their veins, but really tight with me. I just always felt like I was the guy to make sure everybody would be good. My parents would be good. You know what I'm saying? My lady be good. My kids be good. Everything. I just felt like I was the one who had the talent to make sure my team ate. And I still feel like that.
Sometimes
I still feel like that.
Sometimes you need to.
And that's my driving force.
But
you know?
so the reason why it's called partnership is because it's not just you. And sometimes you have to, you know, and I'm pretty sure that Dwayne has the same issue. That sometimes you guys have got to release and allow Cynthia and Cassandra to be who we're supposed to be to you all. You know, there's a reason why God said that we were your ribs. That's to hold you up.
Okay.
You got to remember that. So, oh my God, can I just talk about how amazing season 2 has been with our couples?
I'm so, because we
oh my God,
we only got like 4 minutes.
I'm playing my game. So, I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I don't
Can
care.
I talk to these folks?
No, because you've been talking the whole night.
I'm a talker. What you keep? That's what I'm here for. This has been for us. This has really been. You know, it's crazy because I just feel like the couples and the people we have had
crazy, amazing.
Y'all been so great. You understand? Like, it's been so great. It's as we go on, we are learning so much with you. You know what I mean? As we're getting so much food out of it ourselves. So as much as we're doing this to help everybody else and help the culture and just help us as a people be better, we get a lot out of this. We get a lot out of it, and it just it just make me feel like really, really, really good, because just these and she has booked just amazing guests. You know what I mean?
So full disclosure, when I hit Dwayne up, I was like, look, we need you. We want y'all. He was like, well, we can wait. Nah. I will bump somebody so that I can have my Dwayne and Cynthia on.
So it's easy for me to come in there and just talk because she took care of it. Y'all been so pinned.
We love y'all. We love y'all.
Yeah, we're so proud of what you guys are doing. So proud. So proud. Hey, look, the car, when you're driving a car, you can't keep going 60 miles an hour nonstop. You can't just gun it at 60. Because guess what? You're going to run out of gas eventually. Sometimes you got back down to 40, 30. Sometimes, you know, you have to even stop. Because if you keep going, you're going to run out of gas. You're going to blow the engine, all of that. So sometimes you got to pace that thing. You can't keep gunning it, you know. And that's a word to the wise. What they say, a word to the wise is sufficient.
That's good.
I feel like you're talking to me.
She had told you.
You know how it is.
She had told you.
No, when you go to church and it just feel like, how does he know? How does he know that? He's talking about me up there on that pulpit.
She drove down your street and sat right there in front of you.
That's how I drive. No, really, like that is what it is. It's just I'm going to give you 1,000%. Like I drive aggressively. I mix aggressively. It's just kind of.
He gets on my nerves aggressively.
You know, I want to work out aggressively. I work out with a bunch of guys that are stronger than me, and I'm gonna go. You know, it's funny. We got this thing. They like, yo, you know what I'm saying? If you die, you die. Talking about on the bench, like when we benching. Like, look, you better get this weight off you. You know what I'm saying? Like when we put it on, you better get it off. But it seemed like you were talking to me because it's just I drive aggressive. All of that. So when you use that analogy about
he pushes car, until he drops. He does every day.
I'm a go. Like I'm just going.
So listen, because I want to shut you up. I want you to stop going right now because I want to play my game.
She's like me, like to play games.
Yes, exactly.
So, 2 questions. Normally, it is I ask the question.
So how does my question get pushed to the side? Pretty, it's fine, but my question gets pushed to the side
because I'm prettier than you.
Okay, so now, okay. So
yes, baby.
Listen, we established that this is already known, right? This is already known, right? It's already known. How does my stuff get pushed to the side?
Because I book great guests.
How does my stuff get pushed to the side?
I plead the 5th.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So normally it's 2 questions. Well, okay. So it's 3 questions. I have 2. He has 1, and I'll let him.
Don't worry about mine.
I'm gonna let him ask his question tonight.
No, I don't know because of time. It's okay.
Oh, you sure?
It's okay. And then you back yours down to 1, and I do mine, and it's fine. If you do 2, you take the 2, and I'll bow out gracefully. Let me bow. I can bow gracefully.
I can't do that though.
Then
I don't feel like compromising.
Okay.
Not a compromise Friday.
I said okay. You're on camera here.
This is like a reality show. I'm loving it right now.
So normally I ask 2 questions, and 1 is you answer till you can't any longer. In the interest of time, I'll ask 2 questions, and you still get to ask yours, and it'll just be direct answers. See, there's my compromise. So the first question is right. Okay, so we talked about DMX and how short life is. 50 years old, he's gone, right? So my question is this, and you guys are gonna look at each other, and I'm gonna give you guys an example, and then you guys are gonna answer as well. So the first question is, right this second, we know that life is short. I need you to know. So Jay, right this second, life is short. You need me to know what?
You know everything. But no, I'm sorry. Let me. You caught me by surprise. I need you to know that, that you already know. But I ride really hard for you. Like I make sure your kids are good and things of that nature. Like you know what I'm saying. Like I love them to death. You know what I'm saying. Like I love them. Like I didn't say what I wanted to say because. I had to pass on pass. At
least I was like,
I didn't say where they came from.
Like I had to stop.
Because I got a thing I say about mine, but they don't come from that thing of me. But I treat they mine. You know what I mean? Regardless of what regardless they mine. Because I know that. They didn't get what they should have gotten from the person they should have gotten it from. And that is to no fault of theirs. Wow. And they are great kids. Wow. And they deserve to have everything that they want. So I don't care if we're in a great place or in a bad place. I'm a ride for them. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm a ride for them.
Wow. Wow, damn.
Well, you know that. I mean, I'm saying it's not nothing you want.
So right now,
show is over. Show is over after that.
No, I'm like, well, damn.
And I ain't an emotional guy, so it's just sometimes when I.
So, wow, damn. I know that life is short. Right now, the one thing that I need you to know is that.
What you need me to know?
The one thing that I need you to know is that, and it's crazy what your response was, because the one thing that I need you to know is that because of that experience and my past experience and my previous marriage, I didn't think that I deserved to be loved until you showed me that I deserved to be loved.
That's good. Wow, that's powerful.
You all right? Hold it together.
I'm trying. Like I really.
I seen her
like,
face real quick. Hold it together. Hold it together.
In the dunk truck, it's over. It's over.
Hold it together.
Okay, so you guys turn to each other.
Wow. I want you to know, like I'm thinking of the next phase of our life now. I'm getting close to retirement with the school system, and I'm feeling it. Like I want to make sure that you're not working so hard. I want to make sure that our babies are set. That's the only reason I'm doing what that's why I'm going 1,000. That's why I'm working so hard. I want to see you not have to work so hard. I don't want you to have to worry about anything. I always got you. I'm serious. I'm really thinking about the next phase of life right now.
Nice.
Wow. And I think I tell you stuff every day.
Right.
But I appreciate the love that you show me every day, the thoughtfulness that you have for me every day. I'm just the kind of guy you are. You are an amazing guy all the way around. Just absolutely. I always say you're a good guy. You're a good man, and I appreciate you a whole lot.
I paid her to say all that, y'all. I paid her to say all that.
Wow. So my second question is, it's real simple, and it is, when I look in your eyes, I see. So for me, since you went first, I'm gonna answer.
I keep going. I'm on the roll.
Huh?
I'm on the roll.
You on the roll?
Ladies first.
Okay. When all right,
are we supposed to be looking?
Oh, we supposed to look at each other. No, seriously though, when I look in your eyes, I see the power. I see the power that you have. I can't stand you.
I had so much when you said that too. I was like, snap, I got the power, chill, Rob. I had a whole lot. I had a whole lot for you. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to mess your moment up. No. I had a whole lot for you.
I hope y'all pray for me all the time.
I hope
y'all pray for me. Because this thing. But no, I see the power. I see in you, as Cynthia just said about Dwayne, I see the goodness in your heart. Like, I see everything that God has for you. I see now how our story had to happen the way that it happened in order for us to be right here.
Okay. I see what you don't see, right? You have and full disclosure, you got a habit of saying, everybody think I'm so strong, but I'm not as strong as everybody think I am.
Wow.
No, you are strong, right? You are strong. You talked about conversation we had yesterday, and it's the reason why the weight is on you with what you're going through with your family, because you're the one. You're the one, and you can't shy away from that. You're the one. You know what I'm saying? We do talk about, and you know what we say. You know what I mean? Faith and fear can't live in the same place. It can't. You are faithful. You're a child of God. You powerful. You strong. Like, it's a reason, and you really are built to handle what you are handling, and you handle it like it's not. You are good. It's happening because it's supposed to happen the way it's supposed to happen, and you were supposed to handle it. You're the one to make sure everything gets done the way it's supposed to. You're the one.
Thank you.
You're the one, right? You're the one. I don't want to hear like I don't even want to hear like everybody think you strong. And I get it. I know you need. You know what I mean? That's what I'm here for. When you feel like you can't, but you're the one. You handle certain things a certain way, and you the one. Like, you the one. I'm sorry. I know that was lengthy. I'm sorry.
So good. So good.
Yeah.
Well, when I look at you, I see peace, and I see strength, and I see love. The peace, when I'm with you, I'm at peace. I know that you got me. I don't have to worry about anything. I know that you love me. I know that you got my back. you're the man.
When I see you, I see a thinker.
Mm-hmm.
You're brilliant, absolutely brilliant. You could be the doctor if you wanted to finish that thing up. You could do it. You're so smart. You're too smart sometimes. No, I'm serious. You are so smart that you outthink yourself sometimes. I just want you to relax and be you. I don't want you to think so much. I want you to enjoy your life. You got your crabs the other day. I want you to do more of that. Relax. I'll eat the crab cake with you. I don't want to pick the crabs, but you're so smart. Go after everything you can go after right now. I support you. I got your back.
Wow.
I feel like you was talking to both of them, Dwayne, because I tell this young lady the same thing. Like
it's been a great show.
You don't gotta, you got it. You don't have to think. You overthinking. You know what I'm saying? Like you overthinking the process.
Yeah. It's been a great show.
Don't try to shut me up right now. It's been a great show, man. No, man.
Cynthia, thank you. And I've been meaning to say this the entire time, but thank you so much for everything that you've done for us this last year, especially with COVID. She works in the health field.
Right.
So thank you so much for every single thing that you've done for protecting so many. You know, I've admired you from afar for so long. And, you know, I have a different affinity for you being a first lady because of how I was raised, as we know. And I remember the first time, I was actually talking to my dad earlier today. I remember the first time I saw Cynthia, Woody had just released his solo gospel album.
Okay.
Remember when he did that, the one with the orange on?
Okay.
And he went to Dwayne's church.
Okay.
To perform, and you know, Woody is my blood relative, and you know, he's, of course, Daddy was his pastor, and so he begged my father, I want you to meet Pastor Dwayne Johnson. And my father's like, well, who is Pastor Dwayne Johnson? And so I'm trying to tell Daddy who he is, you know, and I'm trying to tell him what church he comes from and this, that, and the third. Oh, Daddy, I think Dwayne grew up in our old neighborhood. And, you know, I'm trying to tell him. And so I remember we walked in the church, and Cynthia, you may not even remember this. I remember us walking in the church, and it was just such a warmth.
Okay.
You know,
right.
Oh, you guys are with him. Come on, sit here. It was just such a warmth.
Right.
And I remember my dad said the pressure that she has on her, because he's not only a pastor, he's on the radio. It's people, and he said, that's a good woman right there. I remember him saying that, and I was like, yeah. And every time I've ever seen them together out supermarket, driving anywhere, just you feel the warmth.
Wow. Thank you.
Wow.
Thank you. That means a lot.
Wow. That means
a lot. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Thank you for being you. Thank you.
We are grateful. We're thankful. And you know what? I do have to ask a question, because we had kind of been not battling, but, you know, sometimes a difference in opinion. And now I think our opinion is very similar because of like what's going on with her family. What is your thought, really, Cynthia, about the vaccine?
I was on the fence a long time about it. You know, falling prey or thinking about all the conspiracy theorists, and you know, from all of my years of studying, I've been a nurse for over 20 years now. And from all of my years of studying, you know, it takes a long time to make vaccines. It takes years upon years and billions upon billions of dollars to make vaccines. And so all of a sudden we get this COVID vaccine within a year or two. And within a year, about a year. And so I'm like, it's a little bit too fast for me. And so for a long time, I was like, no, I'm not getting it. No, I can't. advise anybody to get it because, again, I know the process of how long it takes to make medications, to get approved, to go through the trials and everything. It takes years. And so for a long time, I was like, nah. Now I'm at a place where I say, okay, well, they're giving it to healthcare workers. And this is just me talking transparently. It can't kill all the healthcare workers because they need some doctors to take care of them. And so now I am, I believe that you have to do your own thing. I did get it recently, but it was after a whole bunch of thought. Again, because I know, and the reason I didn't get it is because I know science. But the reason I did get it is because I know science.
Okay, I got you.
So, you know, I'm trusting the process. You know, we prayed about it, and you know, we believe we're just doing the best thing right now. But for those who, you know, for those who are on the fence, you know, I still say, you know, I get it. I get that you're on the fence, but trust the science.
I'm not even on the fence. My
there's so many who are, maybe not you, but there's still so many folk like, I ain't getting that thing. I ain't getting that.
That's us. But
I'm
then,
not on the fence.
Then,
I'm definitely feet planted on the ground.
But then part of us is we're not getting it because Jay has MS. I have lupus.
Okay.
And you know, autoimmune diseases, and without any uncertain doubt, my neurologist was like, absolutely no. They have not tested it on enough lupus patients for me to sign off for you to absolutely no. So that has a lot to do with, you know,
your decision. Okay. And I mean,
we both did have COVID.
Okay.
Yeah, we both had.
And see now, and then look, she get on me all the time, but then my thought process comes back to like, we good, we good, we gonna always be good, we blessed, you know what I'm saying? Like, it for me, it was a Saturday, and I'll get up. I had a party to do during the day, and I was like, something don't feel right. But I got in the shower, I shaved my big yellow bald head. And, you know, I got dressed, put my smell good on. We go to the club.
No, we didn't. I remember I stayed.
No, you went. You went.
I did. Okay.
Day party. You went.
Oh, you're right.
You went, right? You went and go to the club. You know, it's fine. I'm good. I'm in the club. I feel good. When I finished though, I was so out of gas. I'm hungry. All right, we're gonna get something to eat. And usually, I drive, you know what I mean, regardless of what we doing, whose car we got, whatever the case may be, I'm usually the drive. You know, 99.9% of the time, really 100% of the time. I was gonna say 100% of the time. Unless I'm just hit the wall, I'm tired. But I'm like, I'm tired. We driving, we can't find nothing to eat. I go into one restaurant, I'm kind of coughing. They looking at me like, yo, get out of here, man. And I said, they look like they wanted to tell me, cuss at me. Right. Because it's still it's in the middle of this, you know, like it's about what, August?
It was August.
It was August. I'm coughing, I'm hacking. At that point. And the next day, I was weak, had a fever. The next day, still weak, still had a fever. No taste. I went from the bed.
And I cook really well.
I went from the bed to the bathroom. I ate, but I couldn't taste it, right? And I put a lot of, she'll season and she'll dump this, she'll season it and then give me the season so I could put some more on.
Wow.
Couldn't taste it. Now I'm going from the couch to the bathroom. Tuesday evening, I had the chills. I couldn't stop shivering.
Wow.
I'm wrapping around the blanket. I made her sick. But Thursday, I was back to normal. The only thing that wasn't back to normal was my sense of taste. I was back to normal. So I am a believer that if you take great care of yourself and you're healthy, you had a decent bill of health, I do feel like you can beat that as well. you know, and I'm not a doctor. I don't know. It's just, you know, opinions alike, you know, backsides and noses. But
I'm so proud of you.
Right. You know, everybody got one. But it did early on, it just seemed like every time I was seeing pictures of people who had maybe passed, they were unhealthy, they were overweight, they were
early on, for sure.
You know, and I'm like, let's just get
it's easy with our lifestyle,
right,
to eat fast food, to, you know, to not be in shape because of the crazy hours that we live and work. Right. And one of the things I started doing, my body broke down, I don't know, maybe a couple years ago. And I had to really slow down. Right. I was doing the radio full time. I was teaching full time, pastoring full time, being daddy, being husband full time, getting myself into other things. And I remember a doctor telling me, he said, "You're about to kill yourself. If you don't slow down, if you don't start eating right, if you don't take care of yourself." He gave me a doctor slip and said, "You cannot go to work for at least a month." And I stayed in the house and I did things. I started taking a lot of vitamins. I started nursing myself back to life. Right. And that is my key. And even with the church now, we nurse people back to life. We help people get back on their feet. And we can take care of everybody and forget to take care of ourselves.
Well, you know what? It's funny that you say that, because I am, no, what are you talking about? I'm mind, body, spirit. I take care of me. I eat good.
You push it. No. You eat good. You exercise. You do all of that.
Drink a ton of water. You know, no sodas, no juice.
You run until you're tired, so you don't take care of yourself.
And I
Did
think,
I lie?
Yeah, I mean, no, you ain't lie.
Oh.
I do think that that's a process. It's like, why would you not take care of you? You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to give myself, and it's funny, and for real, and I give him the credit. It's because of Conan I even started working out, because you know, Conan told somebody else, "Man, I'm trying to get Jay to work out, but he won't work out." I'm like, I'm Jay Claxton, I don't got to work out. That was my thought process. I'm good, you know? And somebody told Conan, was like, "Man, just keep talking trash to him. Eventually he won't work out because he's competitive," right? And he just kept on. He just kept on. I'll be mixing. And Dwayne, you know how the studio was set up. You know, you got the board, you looking this way, the DJ, you know what I mean, rig is over there, and I'm looking at the side. And he just was just, I'm mixing, and I look up, he like, you know, he giving me this, right? Giving, you know, making a muscle. And one day we was in the club, and I don't know why he was like, we got to talk about working out. He like, working out? What you talking about? Film a muscle. And I cursed at him. I know, and I don't cuss at him. I cursed at him, but 2 days later, I was at the gym trying to, you know, get a gym membership, and then it is a form of my therapy. It's a form of the mind, body, soul thing. It really is part of that. I mean, one of the best things. And even when, you know, Cassandra be like, "Listen," she doesn't even say it now. She like, "Yo, I know you're gonna go work out. Go ahead. You need that." You know what I mean? So that's the blessing in it as well, because I kind of would, you know, she understood. It took some time, but she understood, yo, he needs this in order to, and that, for real, that's my therapy. That's a form of therapy for me.
It really is.
So going back to the vaccine, so both your doctors told you not to get it?
Well, my doctor didn't tell me. I just,
he won't
care.
He's not
I'm
not.
Not, yeah, I have no desire, want anything. You not.
Right.
But please listen. If y'all don't hear nothing, I walked away from the radio. I had to give up something, and it hurts my heart because that was my baby.
Right.
But I had to walk away so that I could live.
Right.
I couldn't do everything. Right. And I had to start, removing people out of my life that was killing me.
Oh, yeah, we did that. We did that.
We called it alignment and release.
Yeah, we
aligned with people that God would have us be with, and we released those big branches.
That's good.
We did that.
That's good.
And I know I went 30 minutes over.
Yeah, we went 30 minutes over.
And I'm sorry, but it was just great content. It was great conversation. And I can't, you can't.
Authentic just is great. Authentic.
Yeah, it is.
Please take care of yourselves.
Yeah.
Please take care.
No, definitely.
I'm talking to myself and I'm talking to her too. Please. We love y'all. We haven't seen each other for years. Right. It's like it's almost like we've never missed a beat. And that's the one thing I appreciate you. Slow down, Jay. Slow down, Jay. Slow down, Jay.
I do really think I've. You don't think I slowed down?
No. And you know what? When we get off camera, I'm gonna tell you about a conversation that your auntie had with me last night about you not slowing down. Mm-hmm.
Love y'all.
They don't know what I do.
Well, that's what she said. She said she don't know what you do. She ain't seen you, and you haven't slowed down, and you're hard-headed. All in one breath. She called to say that. She called to say it. She called to say it.
Wow.
You guys got a good thing going.
Beautiful.
We're so proud of what y'all love on live. So proud of it.
Thank you so much.
Keep going. Y'all, it's a message out there that folk need to hear that you guys are putting out. So.
Thank you. And it is because of great guests like you guys. You know what I mean? It really is. So real quick before you go, because I feel like I got to do this, please, anything that you have going on, the church, just anything that you guys have going on that anybody needs to know about right now, I need you to speak on how they can follow, what's going on, everything. It's your time. It's your shameless plug.
All right. We're pretty simple. We have church online. Right now, we're not back in the building. And it's speaktomyheart.org. Speaktomyheart.org. Every Sunday at 10 a.m., we have service, and Wednesday night Bible study at 7:30. Real simple. We try to do it about an hour, and we love people. That's about all we do.
Yeah. So, speaktomyheart.org. That's how you get us. We're also on Facebook and all that stuff. See, I'm not into social media quite as much, but what is it?
Facebook, and that's, I don't know, we get
IG and Twitter.
I gave up IG. I can't keep up with all, but Facebook, Dwayne Johnson, Cynthia Johnson on Facebook.
And the marriage group, the 365 marriage group.
All right. Celebrate marriage 365 days a year. For some reason, I was just saying, man, it's on Facebook. I said, we have this great marriage and people look to us as an example. Let me just create a page where people can celebrate wins in their marriage, in their friendship, in their connection. And it just took off. So, hey, I thank God for it.
So it's Celebrate Marriage 365, and it's on Facebook as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Love y'all. Love you.
Love y'all too. Thank you so much.
Tomorrow, 6 p.m. on IG Live.
It's 6?
It's 6, I believe. Is it 6? Well, no. It's 3 West Coast time. Okay, 6 Eastern. Right. Jay is going to, one of my closest friends, Jasmine Sanders from the D.L. Hughley Show. Jay is gonna be DJing on her IG Live. So everybody who's out there, go to IG Live and catch it. And then on Tuesday at 7 p.m., Sheen Magazine on IG Live again is doing an interview with us about the franchise group, Love Business on Lock. How are we couplepreneurs? How do we make it work? And so please, everybody join in on Tuesday.
Awesome. Yeah.
We got a hectic schedule.
Yeah, we do, because we have Tuesday and next Friday. But
thank y'all. You guys already know you live in proof. You keep on negative energy out your circle. You guys really, it's almost, I'm just kind of preaching to the choir. No pun intended. because you guys know, the right people have to be in your circle and you guys protect it. Like you said, that home is your safe place, and continue to keep that circle tight. Continue to keep that energy, protect that energy, because it's important. It's important. So thank you guys. Thank you, Dwayne and Cynthia Johnson.
We've never been to Atlanta. At least I haven't been to Atlanta. I've been in the airport and all that. When we come to Atlanta, we're gonna look y'all up.
Absolutely.
No, we're gonna talk on the regular basis.
Absolutely.
It's not. We probably need to at least touch bases with one of us.
I want you to go ahead and close out.
Okay, with one of us on a regular basis. So y'all just hold on for a second. Don't hang all the way up. Okay. Love the Business Online podcast. Thank you so much. You'll see me tomorrow where?
On Jasmine Sullivan. I'm Sullivan. I'm speaking at Jasmine.
Bust the window on my car.
Jasmine Saunders, at Jasmine Saunders, at Jay Claxton's IG tomorrow night, 6 p.m. Eastern time, 3 p.m. Pacific.
I feel like I gotta do it for DMX. All right, we'll see you.
Yeah, take care.
All right.